There we go. Welcome to the stream. We made it. It is an incredibly hectic week for me this week. This week is the lead up to what is probably the busiest industry week in the year in the game dev industry in Melbourne, Australia, which is basically called Melbourne International Games Week. So this week has been, it's been a confluence of a lot of good things, but a lot of hectic things at the same time. Organizing for a colleague to come over from Sydney and be part of a panel and making sure that she's sorted out with accommodation and helping out, at a really awesome game company's booth doing something that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's see, what else? There's been a bunch of gigs that have come in at the same time this week as well, which is on top of working, been spending some time working on the survival job as well. So it's all been a little bit hectic, but it's all good stuff. Like I'm getting gigs out the door, both voiceover and casting, which is always a lot of fun. Hey Valavian, thank you so much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. You rock. Thank you. Our alerts, our spoopy alerts. Oh, of course, they will have popped in over there, but I don't hear them over here. Let's just get the game, stop the game from interrupting us here. Let's go to that. The menu screen on this game is gorgeous. Yeah, so it's just been a little bit hectic, and I felt like. It's funny because I'm drinking less coffee, but I've been feeling like I've just been oscillating for the last few days. So I'm really looking forward to just sitting down for a few hours with you all and just chilling out and playing some Alien Isolation. And by chilling out, I mean dying a lot at the hands of those androids that we've run into last episode. Before we get started, just a little bit of housekeeping. As always, thank you so much to those of you who share your audience with me and auto-host me. Thank you so much to Slayer Lover Gaming, to Even Prime TV, to Everything Apocalypse, and to Ironside. You rock, and I can't thank you enough for that. Fantastic, Valavian. See you when you get back. I really appreciate that. Other than that, we have a couple of new followers. Thank you so much to MKV Team and Heretic Live for following during, I believe, the last Alien Isolation stream, if I have my math correctly. If I have my math correct, even good English. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last Wednesday. Yeah, we skipped a stream on Monday because things have just been so hectic that I've been having to get stuff out the door. So everything's been cramming together. It's been hectic. I really appreciate your patience with that too. So that's about it, I think, in terms of housekeeping. Last episode, just about to kick a metal bottle over onto the floor. That'll sound fun. Last episode, we've started looking for Samuel's navigation beacon. That's the next thing that we've got to do. We've got to find that. And I think it was a suggestion from, I can't remember who it was in chat. Scanning memory banks. It might have been Sun, or it might have been Slayer Lover Gaming, or it might have been someone else who pointed out that my map wasn't filled out, and so I wasn't seeing everything on the auto map. And that was one thing that was a lot of fun. It was seeing how this game handles stealth. I really dig it. It's got an interesting technical vibe to it. So without further ado, let's load the game. Let's continue. Yeah, so how has your week been? Let me know. And I'm just gonna pop over to stop. Just in case Codsworth is going to ask any inappropriate questions, which indeed Codsworth was about to do. Yeah, that's about it. Yay! But yeah, the stealth mechanics on this game are really interesting. You've really got to rely on your tools, on the technology that you have. And it's going to touch my mic for a sec, so I'll just mute. Just so it wasn't completely blocking my viewpoint. Oh, that's right. We got the blueprint for the EMP. So the question is, can I make an EMP? Oh no. No, no, no. I have no charge packs. I thought I'd scavenged the right stuff. He's got the right stuff. I'll spot this over the dashboard. Let's do it. Let's rock indeed, Valavian. Let's rock! Oh man, that firefight moment in Aliens. I think, you'll really dig the, sound design. Oh, hang on, I'm right near where I need to be to reactivate Samuel's communication. I think you'll really dig both the sound design and the industrial design here too. The game has a gorgeous feel to it. Alright. We're gonna fuck those cameras right off, because we don't need... The last thing we want is Apollo being able to see us. Yeah, do it. Like if it's available on Xbox Game Pass, the way that works is if you download the game like while it's being offered, you keep it, don't you? Like it's yours for eternity. Charge pack. Hang on, can I make an EMP mine now? I need three charge packs. Son of a... Temporarily disables non-industrial synthetics. Oh, it only temporarily disables them anyway. Oh, okay, Game Pass works like Netflix. Oh, that's still pretty cool. Yeah, there's a few people saying that sort of that's like the future of gaming, that's where it's gonna head, and it's a really interesting conversation. I'm looking forward to keeping an ear to the ground for those sorts of chats during Games Week, actually. Because you look at games like, let's see, what's an example? XCOM 2 has just released some really good... So hang on, so I'm out here. I'm just got to reorient myself. So I'm facing away. Yeah, no, it's telling me to reactivate it. I'm in here, so I'm in the right place. I just got to figure out where it wants me to go. It's probably in that room. Yeah, you look at a game like XCOM 2, they've just released some DLC that's pretty clearly intended to keep you playing the game forever, like there are sort of daily challenges which a few games are scraping in. So it seems like it's really important for games to be able to keep eyeballs. Whereas that subscription model seems like a really interesting, different way of doing things. Oh no. Yeah, you'd have to bear with me for a second in my terrible sense of direction while I orient. So it's telling me... If we look at the map... Yeah, okay. So I need to be out here to reactivate Samuel's communication. There we go. See? Press matching input when circuit is active. I like the different hacking puzzles that they've got. To balance values. Okay. Yeah, X to confirm that. Oh, nice. How's Xbox going for exclusives? Like, is there good stuff that's on there? All right.
Samuels, Ripley!
Ripley! Taylor, it's Ripley. We were getting worried.
I made it! Where are you?
We're at a transit station now. It's right by medical.
Okay. Samuels, listen to me. It's not safe here. Seegson's got this place locked tight. Their goddamn androids are killing people!
That's impossible. It's contrary to primary synthetic programming.
I've seen it, Samuels. I guess Seegson's got a different idea about synthetics. And there's something else here. A creature. It's big and it's lethal.
Ripley, slow down. A creature?
It's a life form. An unknown type. Some kind of alien organism. It's extremely dangerous. You and Taylor need to make...
Taylor is hurt. She was injured by debris during the crossing.
How bad?
I can't move her. I need medical supplies. We need to try and pack the
And
injury.
the Torrens?
The radio is broken. I can't contact Verlaine. We're on our own.
Shit. Okay. I'll come to you. Keep your eyes open.
I'll send a transit car to you.
Unauthorized communication. Please wait to be attended by a member of Seegson
No.
personnel. We will be with you momentarily.
No, it's not.
Shit.
Let's go in there. Just gonna hang out in here for a while. No, I haven't seen the Orville. I'm not surprised that you would have picked up cues from that. It's interesting that they're, it's interesting that they'd be taking cues from Alien, though, given their background. I wonder if that's just them paying homage. Because they're pretty heavily, like, the structure of that show is pretty heavily, like, Star Trek, isn't it? This isn't good. Alright, let's see if we can turn the alarms off. You're not a proper terminal. Let's just rewire power from them. If you could do this quicker, that'd be great. Ah, there's no way. It's not gonna be any help. There were alarms back in the other room, though. I thought I don't want to use a terminal right now. I just feel this giant target on my back. Oh wait, hang on. If I turn off door access, theoretically nothing can get in here. Let's see how the game fucks me with that. I'm sure there'll be a way. How about we turn it off? Yeah, so the alarm system's off. There's not much I could do with that. Door access. Let's turn it on. What does that do for me? Still early I'm still early stages of the game. The major threat the game is selling at the moment is the xenomorph. Oh, sorry, the major threat the game is selling at the moment is those androids. Charge pack 2. Alright, let's go use the terminal then. Let's turn door access off. Hopefully that does what I want. I'm just going to wander around the station for a bit, okay? Oh, now I can make a charge. Now I can make an EMP. Well, at least the game was bluffing with its threat of being attended by a hostile. Alright. Yay! That is a very appropriate emoji to use, though. Alright, well, while this alarm is going, I'm going to use the terminal then. If no one's going to come and kill me. No utility. Mind you, no time to read its contents and we'll be with you soon. Alright, so it feels like I've got some industrial espionage going. Yeah, I've got some loot to find. It's damn straight. Alright, I'm gonna go hide back in the tubes for a second. Recollect my thoughts. Have you been enjoying the humour in the Orville? Because I've heard mixed things about its overall structure. I'm not the biggest Seth fan. Like, don't get me wrong, he's tremendously talented. I would love to have a fragment of that man's talent. Xbox needs more exclusives and new IP. Xbox event in November. Yeah, it seems like that's the one thing that Sony... It seems like Sony really is able to pull, like, consistently a Nintendo on them, where, hardware-wise, the Xbox One, like, throws, like, it just throws so much shade in the direction of the PS4 Pro, but exclusives-wise, like, it's a done deal. Like, there's just nothing that competes in Xbox's lineup. I guess everyone's waiting for the new Gears. Like, that will probably cement it, which is coming apparently. Like, the new Gears is coming. I guess whatever that is, I'm not meant to go down there. Return through Siegsum comms to escape. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. I don't know. Return to Samuels and Taylor. Are in Symed Transit. Send a transit car to collect you. Okay, there we go. More serious than funny. Okay, that'd be interesting then. It sounds like it's a real, like vanity... Not vanity project in the sense it's showcasing talent, because I mean, fuck, like Seth MacFarlane doesn't need the world to see his talent. Like, he does amazing stuff. But it sounds like it's a bit of a vanity project in the sense of it's something that he wants to do. Because the dude seems to have like a pretty strong connection to Star Trek as a franchise. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and look, I'm not gonna begrudge that at all. Like, I think that's where you can get. All right, my heartbeat's going. Something's coming.
GNR interrupt engaged. Stand by.
No. Interrupts seem bad. Oh, that sounds like it could be good. That sounds like it could actually be really good. And yeah, don't get me wrong. Like when I say it's a vanity project of his, I think that's great. I think that's where some of the best content can come from. Someone just going, I think I want to make this. This is what I want to see. Oh, great. That's awesome. Yeah, have you heard anything more about Patrick Stewart returning to, like, new Star Trek? Because goddamn am I ready for that. That's going to be amazing. It was always an interesting... No. Just no. Just say no. I'm just going to hope that this cover... I still haven't got a clear sense of this game's cover system, but I'm going to guess that's not enough. I can't get across there. Congratulations, you won my EMP mine sweepstakes, and now I'm getting the F out of there. I don't want to run too far forward, because I'm going to run into whatever the next thing is. That'd be you, buddy, I guess.
This is Central Communications. Seeks employees on...
It's going here. Yeah, speaking of which, I really don't trust the android that I'm with either. I really don't. Alright, now I just gotta remember what my controls are for bringing up my motion tracker. Because I'm gonna need it now. Motion tracker is R1. You haven't seen the latest film? Do you mean the latest Alien film? Unfortunately, it's apparently dumb as a brick. Which is a shame, because it has an amazing cast, and please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, gentlemen. There's no one here. Oh, that was a beautiful turn. If I die after executing a turn like that, that feels like... No, don't turn my flashlight on. I love how you can change focal length. That's brilliant. Are you sighing at my incompetence? Why is my computer making a noise? It should not be making a noise. Oh, my iPad's making a noise. Oh, I've got to get... Oh, bugger. Bugger. I've gone in the wrong direction. I need to go back through the central area. Oh, at least I'm safe. Oh, I see. Hey, look, I'd accept it. I'd accept that being... I'd accept it being a response to my incompetence. Can I go up and around? Not really. Observatory chamber is just going to take me up there. Yeah, this is the thing that kills me with these films. Like, you know, Ridley Scott has done more amazing stuff. I think we were having this conversation on Facebook. Ridley Scott basically could just make shit films for the rest of his career, and he would still be one of the most amazing filmmakers we've had. Oh, don't come that close. Don't come that close. What are you doing, Spot? Whoa! Here's to hoping you didn't see me. Ha!
We don't forget the little details for seeing the big picture.
Oh, this isn't terrifying at all. Just going over here. I should really have gone into that hatch. Oh no, actually, from what I remember, up here is pretty safe.
All visitors must report to reception.
Well, the problem is... Like, one of the big problems with the films is that they've got, basically... They've got a team of supposed experts, and again, they just fuck things up colossally on landing. And there's no sign whatsoever that there's any real sort of like expertise in what they choose to do, which is a shame. Danny McBride, I was really looking forward to seeing Danny McBride in a serious role. Like, I think he does great work. And it was great seeing him do something serious. Like, I think he's a great comedian, but he's also got real talent. Hang on, that's a terrible way of phrasing it. Comedy is incredibly hard. What I mean to say is he's got a broader talent than comedy. But yeah, like, it's just a salad of bad decisions. Hey son, how you doing? We're talking about the Alien films at the moment. The most recent Alien film. Amongst other things, also talking about how awesome Star Trek is, and it's dealing with contentious issues. How's your day doing? Oh. Here's a man. He's dead. Can't take his gun. Pretty sure I've been through most of the terminals here and I've done the things that I can do, but let's check. Oh, F me. You're waiting up there for me. No, there's nothing really. What's news in your neck of the woods? My latest news is there's more reason to distrust the android who's shipped with me, and I suspect that there's some kind of corporate war going on between Seegstrom and Weyland-Yutani. I think Seegstrom are trying to get the information about the Nostromo incident, realizing that it's of potential use. This doesn't look good. I don't think it's just gonna sit there and go, see ya! Alright, there we go. Last stream, I checked the AI and saw if I could... Please? Please? Last week I checked the AI and saw if I could just run away and hide in a cupboard, and unsurprisingly if you do that in clear sight of an android, they come after you. It's shocking, I know, but yeah, they do. Well, that's cool. I like how it's kind of stuck up next to me. Alright, this looks pretty... looks pretty clear? Oh, charge pack. Yay. The other thing that's kind of problematic about the prequel films is the origin of the xenomorph is kind of... it's one of those things where it's like having between Weyland and Tyrell. Yeah, I really liked what they did with Tyrell in Blade Runner 2049. I thought that was pretty cool. How they had sort of a continuation of its history. No, between Seegstrom and Weyland. But yeah, who knows what's happened between Tyrell and Weyland. Well, Seegstrom might have some ties to Tyrell, given that they produce androids. That's like their bag. That's their bag, baby. Return through Seegstrom comms. So that's behind me? Over here. Reception. But yeah, having oh, hostiles nearby. That's good to know now. Let's overwrite anyway. Let's so about those hostiles nearby, let's just take a quick nap in here. But yeah, it's kind of like knowing what's going on in Darth Vader's head. Although apparently saying that the new Darth Vader comic run is awesome. Hey, that was terrifyingly fast. I'm more than a little bit worried. The hell is it? I think that's the creature. Oh, did you enjoy Prometheus, Valavian? That's really awesome. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I found I couldn't get past some of the logic in that movie. Like, not putting you on a stand and making you make a case for it, but what were the things that you really dug about Prometheus? Something is around here. Oh, okay. I think we were talking about, you weren't here, Valavian, but we were talking about, for example, return through Siegstrom's. Hang on, I was just in reception. Comms control access. Oh, I'm so confused. What do you want me to do? Return through Siegstrom comms to escape. This game does feel a little bit... I don't know if it's just me being silly, but sometimes it feels a little bit opaque in terms of what it wants me to do. Well, let's head back to reception, I guess. That'll explain why the monster was there. Yeah, that's the point that I was trying to make about 5 times, and I didn't get through the sentence. That's I think the real problem with the prequel films. I think Alien as a franchise has always worked really well when the oh, I see. I see. I am going down to the right floor. Yeah, it's always worked well when the fundamental message of the film is we discover the xenomorph and we misuse it. Like we do the normal human thing and we're like, oh, this thing could be a weapon. And every time we decide that it could be a weapon, like that just blows up in our face so powerfully. And that it's a really awesome narrative. Like we try and weaponize the xenomorph just kills everything. Oh, hey, buddy. How would you like an all-expenses-paid trip to GTFO? Would you? Yeah, so like having the origin of the alien be that essentially a tool of Weyland Yutani created it. It kind of undermines the choices that are made then in weaponizing that thing once it's made. Because, you know, that idea of this is something that is far more powerful than we can conceive of, so we can't use this thing, but if we genetically engineer it, then there's a case to be made that maybe if we created it, although I suppose the point can still stand with the goo, so maybe I'm being a stickler here. Yeah, it does lose its nebulousness, that's absolutely true. It's just kind of a thing that, it's a thing that exists on LV-426, and we ignore it at our peril. It's an indigenous life form that is incredibly hostile. But, I mean, that being said, what you're talking about with regards to, the ingredients in Prometheus that you loved, I think with the right... How on earth am I going to get past you, Sport? I refuse to believe that I can creep past him that close. Oh, okay. So the game's going to trigger a patrol. See, Evil Within did this a bit as well, and I'm not a huge fan of it. If he has a patrol route, he should be doing that patrol route no matter whether I get close or not, because it feels like then I've got to observe what's going on in order for it to change to what I need it to be, if that makes any sense. I'm just going to gripe a bit. But yeah, I mean, that being said, the ingredients that you're talking about there, Valavian, if you put that in a film where you just change a few of the decisions the crew make, yeah, I agree with you. Like, that makes a great film. Like, you look at what happens in Alien, and like, they bring in the poor old crew member, I can't remember his name, who gets the thing attached to his face. And like, the first thing from memory that Ripley's doing, I think it's Ripley who's doing it, is she's like, no, we need to quarantine him. Like, it sucks to be him, but you cannot put him on the ship near everyone else. We do not know what is going on. So you add a few more decisions like that to Prometheus, and I think you've got a good film. Like, you give basically, no, fuck off. No. I'm not here. There's no one here. Don't come near me. Apparently I'm in a sweary mood today. I'm glad that I flagged the channel as being mature. Yeah, you go that way. I suppose you want to keep going that way, Sport, do you? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it, biscuit. Ah, it worked. Beautiful handoff there. Ah! They're everywhere. I know I shouldn't be surprised by that, but they are everywhere. This ends poorly. I'm gonna have to run in a sec. I'm hoping that I'm obscured, but I'm not sure I am. I wonder if this is like, I wonder if this is like that monster in, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If it can't see me exactly, then I can't see it. Come on, you gonna go away, Sport? Please go away. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I think that the grey goo was an awesome component. And yeah, just with a little shift. I think those are always the films that frustrate us the most. The ones that only need like a little tweak. And you're like, well, how could you not see the thing that I would like to do with that film that would make it awesome? Awesome in my eyes. If you come closer. Why are you patrolling up there? Don't patrol up there. It feels close enough that if I pull the, I really want like a cabinet that I can hide in right now. That would make life a lot easier. Oh, nice! It's definitely the scariest of them all. Although I suppose Aliens is the bloodiest of them all, so Alien is probably a good first choice. What's your age limit there? Like, what are you considering the cutoff for that film? Like, what's the appropriate age point? I'm curious. Because I'm starting to think about this with my 4-year-old, like what films are appropriate at certain points. There's stuff that I really want to share with her. I'm gonna go over into here. Like, I'm still not sure about her watching Star Wars yet. We watched, what was it? For her birthday last year, we went and saw the Peter Rabbit film, but the Peter Rabbit film was weirdly adult in its writing. It was actually quite scary. You know, from a 4-year-old's perspective. Ready for Event Horizon. That's a great idea. That'll spoil her for Jurassic Park forever. She'll just watch Sam Neill and she'd be like, no, nope. It's gonna turn evil. You watched Alien when you were 6? Wow, that's, man. That's a lot to take in. At that age. That is a lot to take in. I get the feeling that guy's not going to move. I remember seeing RoboCop when I was probably 11, but I mean that's... which was R-rated, to be fair, but that was... That's still 5 years difference, and RoboCop, it just has like violent sequences in it. It's not... it's nowhere near, I think, as intense as Alien is. Ah, I see. Did he suggest the film, or was it one that you wanted to watch, and so you were able to, like, get around parental controls? Oh, no, I saw it, when I saw RoboCop, I saw it on, DVD, not DVD, VHS, so it was the full R cut. Did you have nightmares from that, or were you fine? Oh, he's not going to move from there. Son of a... Oh, I see. So you went along and watched the film as part of the film club. Well, at least you were... I'm guessing it would have helped that you still have nightmares about the xenomorph, so it did stick with you then. I'm gonna hope and pray that this is enough cover. I still don't have a clear feel for like how much is enough cover in this game. Because sometimes I swear these things are staring right at me. How do I make you move? Because you're in my way. I think I'm gonna have to run for it. Yeah, actually that's an important question that I hadn't even asked. I hadn't even thought about. Like, did you want to watch the film or were you forced to watch the film? Can I run past? Or are you gonna intercept?
What's that?
This would be the point where it would be nice to have somewhere to go. Alright, that's something. I've updated the overlays. I'll just choke and die now. I've updated the overlays a little bit so that when there's a cutscene, I can get out of the way so that we see the cutscene unhindered too. Just a little thing. Take the... Okay, that was the xenomorph scream. That's, do not like. Because I'm pretty sure the last time I saw it, it was around... Okay. Something's moving around here. Oh, fuck me. It is around, I can hear it. This is a very not good day. Alright, so forward and to the right. Oh, okay. Did that... I wonder if that... Do you think that made the film more or less terrifying for you? Like not being able to hear what the characters were saying? Because it seems like that would remove the human element from it all, but I guess it would also leave you at a remove from the plot. I can hear that thing moving around. The sound on this is amazing. Alright, so we're heading off to the right. If I see Jeff Van Dyke at Games Week, I'm going to swear at him and then buy him a beer. Because he's around for a few different things. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of great cues that Ian Holm gives in his dialogue for what's coming. So yeah, you wouldn't get those. Right now, I feel like I just wanna hide in a cupboard for a while, just because. Man, Event Horizon. Whoop. Event Horizon is a great film. Oh, hey, people. Should I... No, they're gonna shoot at me. I'm gonna ignore them. Alright, so let's take the transit system to Symed Tower! Hey, I went into the right one. I think. Yes, to Symed Tower. Yeah, Event Horizon is still one of the best, like, not space horrors, because I mean then you've got to put like the Alien films like ahead of them. But it's done something that very few other films have done that I can think of, which is like a space supernatural / gothic horror. So good. I mean, the last third is not great, but it seems like endings are so hard, especially for films where you're dealing with big concepts. Like you can really, because you can kind of hang. You can hang Sunshine, which is an amazing film, like with that same flaw. Like its final third just goes weird.
Station serving the San Cristobal medical facility and Seegson Synthetics.
Ripley, Taylor's over here.
So hands up, anyone who actually trusts
Ripley?
the android?
Ripley?
I don't.
Try and rest, Taylor.
How is she?
She needs treatment. Nicole's nearby, but I didn't want to leave her.
I'll go and investigate. See what I can find. You stay.
I know I'm telling you guys stuff that you already know, but this puts me in mind of the kiss sequence from the Last of Us 2 trailer. It is so difficult to do physical contact realistically, like watch sort of his hands floating above hers, because when you think about it, like character models are really they're just ghosts pretending to be real and hoping that no one notices. So, you know, it's really hard to have her breathing in an agitated state and then have his hands mapping exactly to that point and moving, and the rest of his model like animating along with it. It's really tough stuff.
With her.
I'll try to repair the radio booster. What if this creature shows up?
Hide.
Unauthorized security breach detected. All transit shut down by order of Apollo.
Son of Yeah, look at that face. Look at that face. That is not the face of a trust.
Stay with me, Taylor. Ripley's finding help.
Ripley's gonna go find help. Get to San Cristobal Medical Facility. It might be that way. All transit shut down. Yeah, the sound in... You're absolutely right. The sound in Event Horizon is amazing. Like, it's got some huge stings.
There's little time to waste, Ripley.
It still has, like, one of the most beautiful penny drop moments, too. Like, that moment when Lawrence Fishburne's character, like, he leans against the ship for a moment because he's just so exhausted. And then he has those flashes of essentially, you know, hell. And then just his reaction, what he does physically, and the look of disgust that he has towards the ship, and then just how he moves through emotions, like it's that disgust, and then abject fear, and then resignation that he's going to do like whatever he can to save his crew from this thing. It's so good. That confrontation between him and Sam Neill, where he's like, no, I'm going to launch attack missiles and destroy the ship from a safe distance. Fuck this ship. It's just so good. Where he's like, no, this thing is tainted. Like, the only thing that happens with this ship now is it gets destroyed. That is the only thing that can happen with it. Which would you watch first? Which alien film would you watch first for Lavian? Oh, hello.
Locked.
Yeah, which alien... You mentioned before that you got to watch all the films again. You know, you want to. Like, which would you watch first? Alright, let's go see if this person's friendly. Or if they're going to shoot me. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people in here. Plasma torch required. Well, this might be the time I get my plasma torch. Don't show me the Taurans getting destroyed. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with the feel that they give for these spacescapes, even though the film is like a game. The game is like 3 years old.
Hey, you! Need some help?
I need a doctor. Hello? I need a...
I can't hear you. Hang on. Come on, I'll open the elevator for you. Come on, come. There's no time to lose.
Sure. Watch the main floor in order. Yeah, I got a soft spot for Resurrection. I think it's actually... I like it as a film. Great cast. I remember watching that and then watching just snippets when I was switching channels of City of Lost Children. And this penny drops and you're like, that's half the cast of Alien Resurrection. You go, it's the same director. Okay, I get it now. Fair enough. That's why Dominique Pignon and Ron Perlman are in the same film. Winona Ryder's so good in that too. It's so great that she's getting work again. That she's out... Well, I should say that she's out there and looking for it, because who knows, like, whether she's been looking for it or not.
Forget the door. The marshals locked everything down. Use the vent.
Alright. Use the vent. I'll find a vent and I'll use the vent. Marshals. What's that all about? Oh yeah, Ron Perlman was amazing. He's always... He elevates everything that he's in. He seems like a real gentleman actor too. Like, he's done some films that are just... He's done some stuff where, you know, the film itself is not great, but he has no illusions about why he's there, and he always gives 100%. I respect the hell out of any actor who does that. Have you seen the video that's going around at the moment, Valavian, about the basketball shot? Like from Alien Resurrection, where Ripley does the over the back of the arm shot. Alright, apparently I'm inside the medical center now. Surgical instruments. It was real. They were going to do it in post. You know, figuring basically that it was just like it wasn't going to happen. And Ripley just took like a what the fuck shot. She was just like, meh. Like she wasn't like she had like, I could be misremembering the interview, but it wasn't like she had like a huge amount to prove or anything. But yeah, she just takes a shot, and it's nothing but net. Like they'd trained.
You're not catching us with our bet.
Right.
They'd trained for sort of like the basic arc of it and done like a bunch of trials, but like, you know, it was like 1 in 20 or 1 in 30 shots they were getting in, but she nailed it on the take. And Ron Perlman, like, almost flubs the take with his reaction, but you can see him hold for a couple of seconds before he just loses his mind. He's like, ah, that was amazing! Because it was. Alright, let's go in here. Hello?
I'm Coleman.
Ripley, I need to find a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Friend needs help. Medical supplies.
Me too. There are no supplies on this level. But there are plenty downstairs in the hospital dispensary.
How do I get there?
We? Do I look like I'm in a fit state? I need your help and you need mine. You find the passcode for the service elevator and then I'll come down to the hospital with you, okay?
Passcode?
Yeah. I can direct you from here. Morley or Lingard would have had the new passcode. Morley's office is your best bet.
Alright. Let's go find Morley's office. The design in this is just gorgeous. I won't rabbit on too much about it because I was talking about it last stream, but just that retro futurist design, that like 70s sci-fi. So good. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. Yeah, one thing I've never done before, you might have done this actually, Valavian, but one thing I thought that would be really cool would be to do like a Blade Runner. Now you can do like a Blade Runner marathon, do Blade Runner and then I guess Soldier, and then Blade Runner 2049. Because I've never seen Soldier, and I should, because it's Kurt Russell, and Kurt Russell's amazing. Can't collect any more scrap. Can I make items? Let's see if we can make something that uses scrap. Medkits I've got 2 of. Oh, noisemaker! Let's make one of those. Ah, it has a 4-second delay before it activates. Okay, I need this. I need something to get people out of position. Haha, and it doesn't use scrap at all. Whoops! Oh, okay. So you feel that like if you watched it nowadays, you might have a different opinion to your opinion as a teenager? Alright, let's collect that ID tag. It's a little bit fiddly with its... No, I can't collect the scrap. There we go. ID tag. Never sleep pills, because that sounds like a marvelous idea. Never sleep, ever. That being said, it would be awesome if you didn't have to sleep. Alright, so Morley's office is out that way. Alright. So it feels like tempo-wise, now I'm going to have bad things happen, because I've got a safe space, and I've got human connection with this gentleman who's directing me. Now feels like a perfect time for terror. I could be wrong. Alright, which way am I going? So I'm going to go through and to the right. I appreciate appreciate everyone's patience with my sense of direction too. It is the worst. I literally the other day I was hang on, now I'm going around in circles. Oh, that's right, because I can't get through there. Oh, that's not much help. Ah, emergency override. I like it. The other day I was 2 houses from home and I literally got lost. I was like, which way am I going again? Hang on, can I get through from there to here? Alright, let's go around this way. Let's see what we find.
Come on. Let's work together, huh? Mutual benefit.
Oh, see, now I don't trust you, Doc.
Keep moving. The area you're in was for our unstable patients, those who had trouble adapting to deep space.
Just tell me where to go, Carl.
Tragic cases. Don't worry, they're all long gone.
Why do I not believe you? Well, it's kind of weird the way the map renders that, because that's like a sealed area. I guess that's saying that could be a door? It's a bit confusing. Because I can get through there just fine. Alright, let's go have a look in the day room. Let's go looking for snacks. Your emoji game is on point, Valavian.
No, wrong way.
Yeah, no, it's the wrong way. I'm looking for snacks. Snacks. Looks kind.
This place had such promise when I first came here. It's a tragedy. A waste of my talents.
Looks kind of like a PlayStation. Product placement. Hey, I'm going in the right direction.
Tragic cases. Far from the rhythms of Earth, sunrise, sunset, the mind has a tendency to wander. Tragic cases. But Morley, that's right. Along that corridor.
Hey, so he's talking about tragic cases. I've got a feeling he might not be a doctor. Just a thought. He sound like, I don't know, maybe I'm reading a little too much into that last line, but he's sounding a little unhinged there. Senior consultant, I guess that would be Morley's office. Alright, let's do it. Sweet.
You're there. That's Morley's office. The passcode should be in there somewhere.
Alright, there's a storage place. That was one thing that, Dead Space 2 kind of trains you to that too, like just to expect to be betrayed by pretty much everyone. Alright, so someone's been stealing meds.
Have you found the passcode? Look, we'll need the physical keycard too. Morley always kept it on him. Find him.
Outpost.
Warning. Medical facility quarantine breach detected. Warning.
Relax.
Medical
I'm
facility
just trying to
quarantine
find out
breach
what that
detected.
is. You focus on finding that keycard.
No thanks. I will hide in a cupboard at every opportunity. Just give this a few seconds. Alright. Nothing yet. Fair enough. Where'd you leave your key card, Morley? Yeah, this place really went to pot. And the people who were here kind of got abandoned, especially when the place got cut off. It's a nice little commentary on the capitalist influence there. Corporation just abandoning people. Device invalid. Okay, so I can't get in through there. This is not going to be good. Hang on, you're telling me that's his room? I'm presuming? Because Morley himself is not in there. Let's just make doubly sure. But I'm not seeing Morley himself. I'm not seeing a body. Yeah, it must just be telling me that that's where. Okay, find Dr. Morley's keycard. Fair enough. Alright, so that's just the room. Cool. So are you playing anything at the moment, Valavian, or do you not have time? I think I've asked you this question before, by the way, so apologies if I'm repeating myself. But yeah, are you playing anything at the moment? Doors locked. Oh, nice. It's not just a game, it's a lifestyle choice. Witcher 3. They're doing something really interesting with that at the end of this year too. They're actually... Okay, you're going to tell me where it is. Fair enough. I like that. They're actually putting out... I can hear it. Those footfalls are the worst. Now I can see it. Oh, of course, it's exactly where I want to be. Oh, Christ.
It is a bright summer's day. You are in a cornfield. Behind you, the harvest is brought in. How do you feel?
Oh, that's horrific. The design there too, like, it just looks like spine and intestines. Let's see what you did there, folks. Oh no, I think I'm toast. Hang on. Oh, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. I wanted to throw the thing. Yeah. Oh, that would have been a good plan too. If I'd thrown it instead of... If I'd thrown it instead of just dropping it at my feet, that would have been a good plan. It would have made it look further in that direction. Although, the thing I should have done is I should have just stayed still because it was going past me. Down. And I could have left the noisemaker behind. It's plans, but don't drop the flare at your feet. Oh wow. Oh, good lord. I had not saved in a while. Alright, here we go.
Ripley,
Station
Taylor's over
serving the San Cristobal Medical Facility and Seegson Synthetics.
Ripley? Is that Ripley?
Hey.
Try and rest, Taylor.
Oh, I'm gonna go talk with them.
How is she?
She needs treatment. Medical's nearby, but I didn't want to leave her.
I'll go and investigate. See what I can find. You stay with her.
I'll try to repair the radio booster. What if this creature...
I had a good plan.
Hide.
Unauthorized security breach detected. All transit shut down by order of Apollo.
Just not good. Just not good. Yeah, that's right, because we had that conversation about blood and wine. Of course, I should have remembered. It's my bad. And I went the wrong way again. But yeah, the new Gwent game that they're putting together looks interesting. Like, they're making a single player, they're making a big single player story out of basically like Gwent. Like, they're framing basically their mechanics for combat and for the struggles that the character's going through are like Gwent games or Gwent puzzles, which sounds really interesting. Like, what Gwent became as a collectible game is really fun. Like, they took the mechanics and really extended it. It does seem though that it's difficult to play Gwent and do well without sort of investing a lot in cards. It feels like there are some cards that are just like seriously OP, which is a bit of a shame. But I guess every game like that requires sort of an initial investment in money. Like, I'm playing Arena at the moment, Magic the Gathering Arena. Picked that up because Netrunner has died a death, and I do like playing CCGs and LCGs. So I'm just playing that online, so I'm not actually buying any cards. And yeah, I still bought like the intro pack for new players, because it feels like if you don't do
I
that,
need a doctor. Hello? I need
you're at a serious disadvantage. So I guess maybe that's a thing that I never did with
Come on, I'll open
Gwent.
the elevator for you.
But yeah, I loved Gwent in Witcher 3. Like I can't remember where I left off. But I got close to picking up pretty much every card that you can. Still play what? Still play Gwent? You can still you can play Gwent online, absolutely. Gwent is free to play. The client is free. It just seems like you get slammed pretty heavily by Netrunner. Yeah, you can still play Netrunner. I'm not keeping up with my own conversation. Yeah, you can play Netrunner
Forget the door. The marshals locked everything down.
Let's use the vent. Yeah, you can still play Netrunner like cards wise, and I found, and this is a really interesting thing with card games, I found that the most fun I've had with Netrunner has not been using all of the cards in all of the collections, but using a format called onesies, which is like you take cards from one deluxe box set, from one set of data packs, like one cycle, and a couple of other things, and then you make a deck out of that. And then that way it's not as aggressively optimized, because Netrunner, when I turned up for tournaments, like there are obviously people who love this, but it's like if you've ever watched bowling tournaments, like there's obviously a lot of skill involved in bowling tournaments, but when you look at the results, like when you look at like what's happening frame by frame, it's like strike, strike, strike. Oh, that was a spare that could cost them the tournament. Like that's the variation you've got. And it feels like Netrunner, like at a tournament level, is that heavily optimized. Like everyone is going for their ridiculously powerful combination of cards. And if that doesn't pull off, then if you don't get that off in time, then someone else, your opponent is going to do their thing. So yeah, like it's just as easy to play it like in that format, in that old format. And I'm going to eventually like pick up the remaining cards that I'm missing so that I've got a full collection, because it's a great world.
I'm Coolman.
Ripley, I need to find a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
My friend needs help. Medical supplies.
Me too. There are no supplies on this level, but there are plenty downstairs in the hospital dispensary.
How do we get there?
We? Do I look like I'm in any fit state? I need your help and you need mine. You find the passcode for the service elevator and then I'll come down to the hospital with you, okay?
Passcode?
Yeah. I can direct you from here. Morley or Lingard would have had the new passcode. Morley's office is your best bet.
Congratulations to reaching the rank of aspirant. Have a look into the books. Tell me more. Like, are you talking about the Worlds of Android Netrunner book, or what do you mean when you say that you were looking at the books? Do you mean Alien? I'm curious. But yeah, to answer your question, like the best format for it, I find the most fun I have with it is just playing socially with a friend playing that. And that's going to exist forever. Forever. Oh, do you mean Witcher? Yeah, of course. Yeah, let me know what you think of the books. Like, I find people's love of the Witcher franchise really interesting. Because it's a great series, and Geralt is a great character, but... And I apologize if this is like... Yeah, no, I won't go into it. I won't go into it now, because it's front-loading. It's front-loading your perception of the books. Like, I know that you're a big boy. You can make your own mind up. But yeah, it's not really worth going into now. Are you excited for the series? Are you excited for the Witcher series? How do you feel about Henry Cavill as a casting choice? Super Witcher. So Geralt now is going to have reloadable arms. I love that dumb joke about him in Mission Impossible. It's just so funny. Sweet. Yeah, I think everyone was hanging out for Mads Mikkelsen. But I'm interested to see like what the dude does with it. Right, let's save the game. Yeah, I don't know if it's splitting too fine a hair, but I could say that I liked him in Justice League, although I did not like Justice League as a film. Which is a shame, because like, it's funny, I love all of the cast, and I love what they're doing, I just didn't like the film. Hey, that's right, I'm going around in circles. Circles! But that's okay, because we saved the game this time. So circles were our friend. Oh good, I'm glad it's not just me then.
Mutual benefit.
Now. This is where something's going to happen, so I want to refresh my memory on what my options are for getting out of Dodge.
Keep moving. The area you're in was for our more unstable patients. Those who had trouble adapting to deep space.
Just tell me where to go, Connor.
Tragic cases. Don't worry, they're all long gone.
That's creepy, not being able to see to the back of the room. It's a nice effect. Yeah, Jason Momoa just seems like a guy who's in perpetual need of a good film. He's kind of like our, he's kind of like our Mark Dacascos. Like, Mark Dacascos through the 90s was amazing. But, he just never seemed to find a vehicle that utilized his talents. Incredible action star. Because I really wanted Jason Momoa's Conan to reboot like a Conan franchise. Because that dude, like what he can do with action, is so good. And he's so likable. Like he's so affable as a person. And he brings that to his characters. But the writing in Conan, and it's so weird. Like I know writing films is hard, yo. Like I get that it's...
No, wrong way.
Well, I was going the right way. Like I get that it's not an easy thing, but it always strikes me as strange when a film spends so much of its budget on casting, on effects, on location, on shots, and the thing that it falls flat on, that it lets people down on, is its writing. And the tempo was just super weird with that, and how it got from like second to third act just felt weird.
Far from the rhythms of Earth, sunrise, sunset, the mind has a tendency to wander. Tragic cases. But Morley wasted far too much time on coddling them. They should never have come here. None of us should.
Yeah, and I know that people who know like Flash as a...
This place had such promise when I first came here.
You are among
It's
friends.
a tragedy.
The sun
A waste of my
is
time.
in the sky. How do you
I know people who oh, that's right, I still gotta go there first. Yeah, people who know Barry Allen like better as a
That's right.
as a
Along that
character,
corridor.
like weren't super happy with how Flash was portrayed, but I thought Ezra Miller was really enjoyable. I thought he was fun. Oh, they're doing a Flash solo film. Yeah, it's such a shame that, like, I get that this stuff is hard. Like, Marvel... I was talking with a friend about this last night.
You're there. That's Morley's office.
Like, it seems like Marvel has been the only, Marvel's been the only studio that's really gotten like a superhero franchise, like a world franchise, off the ground. The only other studio that I can think that's done this in a separate genre is the Conjuring films. Have done a really good job of being six.
Have you found the passcode? Look, we'll need the physical keycard too. Morley always kept it on him. Find him.
Yeah, the Conjuring films have done a really good job of being a successful franchise.
Facility quarantine breach detected. Warning.
Relax.
Medical facility quarantine breach detected.
You focus on finding that keycard.
Shit.
Yeah, it's tough building a cinematic franchise, but DC's decisions, like, it seems like you've got to have real vision at the helm, and I guess like enough of a backing. And to be fair, like, it's taken Marvel a long time to get where they are. All right, so it comes down. So I don't think there's anywhere to hide in there. No, that's like an empty corridor. That would be death. Yeah. Alright, we're at the pointy end again. This game does such a great job of trading on those cues that are in... They're in our blood now, growing up with this franchise. Like, adding those musical stings. Where am I going? Gotta get round the corner. Gotta do it and not die. So hang on, if that thing goes around there... Oh, I see, there's an open door there. That's how it gets in there. I'll just go around this way then. That thing can open doors. Alright, this feels like a good time to save. Oh no. 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 Oh my god. That thing just walked past me. I think the save mechanics saved me. Jesus H. Christ. I'm getting good. Ah, damn it. I guess running was a big mistake. No? Oh! See, the thing was, if I'd saved at that point, like, if that had just been about to kill me, like, that would have screwed my save completely. Alright, where am I going? And of course, because it's a video game... Alright, let's go back in here at least and save. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it. Oh. Hiding is only ever a temporary solution. Yeah, I wanted to save at that point, but that was like the first save spot that I'd seen, and it was... Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so I saved there. Oh, whew. This game is tense and a half. All right, I might take just a couple minutes break, just to grab a coffee very quickly and just grab some quick snacks. So I will be back in just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, if you want to take a bathroom break yourself, or grab some food, or grab something to drink, it is an ideal time for it. Absolutely, yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight, Valavian. Thank you very much for hanging out and chatting films with me. I really appreciate it. I will absolutely have a good time. You sleep well when you get there. And I look forward to crossing paths with you soon. Thank you so much for your company and for the subscribe. Very much appreciated. Thank you for your patience with that, folks. I had my first workout for a while. First workout in a while today. My body just craves calories at the moment. It's been a hectic week, so I made a point to squeeze in some exercise. I should probably, like, I haven't checked out... Oh no, I have checked out where those vents go. Did I miss something? Let's see if we can get through this. Let's see if we can do the thing.
Come on. Let's work together, huh? Mutual benefit. The area you're in was for our more unstable patients. Those who had trouble adjusting to deep space.
Just tell me where to go, Colonel.
Tragic cases. That's right. Along that corridor.
At least I know that there's nothing really worth spending time on here. Like, we didn't find anything in the other rooms. What do we got? Whee!
You're there.
Alright, let's try this again.
The passcode should be in there somewhere.
Do. Sylvester Link.
Have you found the passcode? Look, we'll need the physical keycard too. Morley always kept it on him. Find him.
Warning. Medical facility quarantine breach detected. Warning.
Relax.
Medical
I'm
facility
just trying
quarantine
to find out
breach
what that
detected.
is. You focus on finding that keycard.
Shit!
I'm actually really curious as well about whether those, whether all of the things that are showing error on terminals, whether they come back. Like whether you get, like, hacking skills. Let's see if I can hide here this time. Let's see if this works or if it's a bridge too far. Because I know the direction it runs off in. Son of a, now it's just going to stand there. No? Can't even see. Okay, so it went that way.
Don't take kindly to be left out of the loop, Morley. You hear me? I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Lingard cut my access privileges. I have patients who will relapse.
That was silly of me. Not going to be able to outrun it. I've really got to learn to use that motion sensor. At least the save is close by now. Yeah, I think the problem there was that I had started the audio. I should probably just have gotten out of that room completely.
Take kindly to be left out of the loop, Morley. You hear me? I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Lingard cut my access privileges. I have patients who will relapse without that medication, particularly when things on the station are so precarious. I will not see patient care suffer. Consider this a formal warning. And for the record, I do not have a clue. Common out.
Wait, what? What? Is that incorrect? That was the passcode. Oh, son of a... Ah, you're not even going to show me. Let's try my logs. Archive logs. (1702). I was one off. Son of a... That's what you get for not remembering things correctly, Kevin. It's right behind me, isn't it? Duck and turn, duck and turn. Doors and corners. Ah, door, close, please. Thank you. Oh, Christ. Yep. Doors aren't enough to keep it out. Why would I even think that they were? Oh, why would I even think that they were? Man. Okay, so now... Good God.
I don't take kindly to be left out of the loop, Morley. You hear me? I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Lingard cut my access privileges. I have patients who will relapse without that medication, particularly when things on the station are so precarious. I will not see patient care suffer. Consider this a formal warning. And for the record, I do not.
And it's next to impossible to get through here without not being seen. All right. But there's nowhere to hide in here either. I guess there's a door in here. So I'm gonna head further down that way. This game is tense. Whew. I'm glad I'm drinking decaf. Alright, where am I headed? Out and to the left. Son of a bitch is gonna come down somewhere in here. So then the question is, what triggers it running through to another area?
Morley.
Alright. So... Jesus Christ. Guess I spent too long there. This is gonna take a while. Hot damn. I must have been standing?
I don't kindly to be left out of the loop, Morley. You hear me? I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Linda kept my
oh, that's it. Oh man, if I was tracking deaths on this... If I was tracking deaths on this, that would be...
Don't take kindly to be let out of the loop, Morley. You hear me? I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Lingard cut my access privileges. I have patients who will relapse without that medication, particularly when things on the station are so precarious. I will not see patient care suffer. Consider this a formal warning. And for the record, I do not have a problem. Coleman, out.
Man, if I was running a death count on this game, I would just be hammering that button constantly. Even mechanics like those door codes. Are terrifying. Because it takes time. To get there. So just keep moving. Yes. Shit. That thing's coming. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be stuck here forever. It's gonna be the rest of that's gonna be the rest of the game. I'm just gonna sit here in this cupboard forever. Alright, it's leaving. Good. Sawed off.
Morley.
Alright, A26, A29, C21. I'm honestly forgetting to breathe. It's that tense. Like, no word of a lie. So now the interesting design thing is going to be like, how does the game strike a balance between those... the terror of that cat and mouse. Shit. Where's it coming from? I don't think I'm going to be able to hide here. I'm just going to have to hope it's not going to turn around and see me. Nobody here but us cereal. It's a little hard to get a sense of proximity from the audio, because that feels like it's right next to me. What I'm hearing in my left headphone. Fuck me. I'm guessing it's out that way. Alright, so the music, the scoring is an audio cue. It's gonna hide in there just in case. Okay, there we go. So the scoring, that's really clever. So the scoring is a big part of like the cue as to like what's happening. Where you going, Sport? Oh good, you're not moving. That's great. Yeah, just relaying like the information you get being what you see on your scanner. It's such a good choice. Such a good choice. Like that is the most. It is the key information that. Alright, so there's something over that way. I can maybe get past it. Oh, no I can't, because... I like that it has to jump to get there. I like that. It's like a triple clinic. So now anywhere that doesn't have a locker feels like a death sentence. That's a good safe place. That's good. That's good. Let's do this. Oh, there's 3 lights as well. That's terrifying now. Like waiting for those 3 lights to clear. It's a lifetime. Man, I'm so glad I decided to stream this as the next horror game I'd like to get. What are we doing, folks? Because the feeling between this and yeah, what does a pipe bomb do? What trigger? And non-industrial synthetics in close proximity. Interesting. What qualifies as a non-industrial prosthetic? I wonder. Need 2 blasting caps anyway. What else do we got going on here? I've got to remember that as well that this doesn't... No. Do not waste that. The fact that that crafting menu doesn't pause the game just adds to that terror. So now I'm really curious to see like what's going to happen tempo-wise with me and the alien. Like, is this the rest of the game? Is that the rhythm? Like, is it? Private rooms. There's a storage cupboard. Vent. Oh, this is a great place to hide. Awesome that you can move from side to side in there too. Where is it? Oh, it uses the vents too. That's not good. Oh, Christ. That's not good. Alright, so I'm just going to go around this way and hope that I'm not going to double back on it. So now, pretty much every space I'm in, the game's going to make me remember that too, isn't it? It's A29, A21, and another room I can't remember. I'm just going in here right now to see what I can see. Out of use. Cannot use. Oh, okay, so in as much as it does anything, I can lock the door. That's nice to know. I'm not sure that does anything for me though. Oh, that emergency override only lasts so long as well. Alright, if it's out that way, I should be able to break right. Thought that was worth a try. Damn it. Oh. I did run. I just didn't run in the right direction. Alright. Where does this leave us? Where are we? Please wait. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright. Well, that's not too far back. Boy howdy is that game of cat and mouse tense though. Oh, investigate rooms. Alright. Wait. No, I've got to investigate it now. I've already looked at the thing. Phew. This game's a workout. Gotta use all the sensors, I guess. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm guessing this isn't gonna work. No, it's right behind me the whole time. Wait, is it? So I can outrun it to a degree. Okay, that feels fair. That's good. A little bit of a Columbo peek there. Oh, just one more thing. Well, I didn't want to be back in here. But here I am. Alright, let's double check then. A26, A29, C21. That's something that's quite close. I guess. Oh, it was too. Can I get around this corner without running? It would be really nice if it stopped being curious about where I was. Alright. So that proximity. The proximity is a thing. Do. Whew! Oh, come on, come on. Seriously? It's all over Road, folks. Where is it? See, now I just want to get out of this damn locker. But every time I walk out, I don't know if I'm just managing to time it so that every time I walk out, it's coming back on its rounds of whatever the hell it's doing. But it's a little annoying. Because I can't go over to, like if I go over to other parts of the staff quarters, I'm just stuck there. Well, let's see if we can get. The hell is it? Let's try something. No? What happened to your evolved senses? Guess that doesn't draw you. Can I pick that back up then? No, it's spent. That's a bit rich. Ah, fuck. Oh, that was... Oh. Oh. Takes it out of you. That's so cheeky how they've made the noise for the vents very much like the noise for the alien. It's not an accident, I'm guessing. Oh, hello. Oh, great. So C is what? Yeah, C is up like 2 levels. 26, 29. Alright, off to the right. So I guess this is part of the tempo of the game then, like when you're resting, it's only ever in spots like this. What can you do for me? Staff access, analysis lab. Oh, hang on, can I access? Ah, I'd never noticed that before. I can move between locations. That's why I haven't been able to get all of the... Alright, door access, active, and purification. I don't have the alarm system on. And of course the frequency of the beeps is important information as well. Okay, so there we go. So, figuring out the game's systems. The build of the music. The frequency of the pips. The heartbeat mechanic. These are all your useful information. Okay, now that felt a bit cheap. Oh, synthetics are susceptible to physical attacks when they're stunned. Yeah, that felt a little bit cheap, only finding out about the whole breath mechanic, like when the thing's like literally in front of me. I guess I get it's a like it's meant as a shock, like a oh quick, can you do that? Like a almost like a quick time event, but yeah. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything. Wonder how long I can hold my breath for. I'm jamming that L2 button. Can you go over there, Spawn? No? There's got to be a limit. Maybe there isn't. Alright, where'd you go, buddy? You're over that way. How close? Son of a... Like, any progress you get in this game is by inches. Because I swear, if you come back again... Alright. It's going from hiding spot to hiding spot. Keycard. Objective completed. Alright, first room. Yay. Alright, let's pop in here for a while. Oh, you can't craft. Ah, that's a shame. Flashbang? No. Smoke bomb. Alright, let's seeing as that music is building, let's go back in here. Alright. So I found the key card. Turn to Dr. Coleman. presumably I can make it through that way. I should be able to make it around there. Music's still a little built up for my liking. So I've got a bunch of rooms I can potentially check out here on the way through, and I wonder if maybe that would make some sense. Let's go back to the roller. Alright, that's empty. Like, I don't know if that's pushing my luck. I'm looking at there. That doesn't really help or hinder me. Oh Lord. What am I looking at? Well, it's moving ahead of me there. Now it's coming in. Is it? Can you come in, buddy? I'm just gonna walk around. Holding my breath. Holding my breath. Son of a... Like, is that meant to be a free pass for a little while? Guess not. No, it's not a free pass then. It's just a near miss. Holding my breath. I'm glad that I'm only doing this for like 2.5 hour stints, because it feels like this game, like at this stage, could just burn you right out. It's really tense. It is really, really tense. Where you going, Spot? Alright, so the reason I'm here is I wanted to check out the room. Did I just come? No, it's a different room. Oh, okay, so the same control for all of them. I don't get what it gets me. like closing those blinds, but I'll do it anyway. Alright, so there's not much except for doesn't seem like there's much in each of the rooms. Except for a storage closet, which is a nice place to hide. Thank you. And of course there's no place here that's off limits to this thing. That's part of the terror, like there's no safe space anymore. Don't do it, folks. Oh, come on, I'm holding X to hide. Don't even. Yeah, it's easy to get frustrated when... It's easy to get frustrated or go on tilt if the game doesn't respond to you the way that you want it to. Because the margin between life and death is so narrow. Holding my breath. Holding all of my breath. So now that I've started to have a few of those sequences, they're kind of losing their sting a little bit, but I guess that's the... Like, that'd be happening for her as well. Like, it's part of the nature of this whole ordeal. That some aspects of it would start to get repetitive.
Damn you, Coleman! You knew that thing was here!
Now that's unfair. I thought it might be there. There's a difference. Now, the passcode.
1702, okay? Now let's get down to the dispensary.
Of course, of course. A promise is a promise. I'm sorry for putting you through this. I'm going to step into the other room to punch the code in and prime the elevator. Then we can use the key card to take the elevator down.
You get the feeling you're gonna die, dude. Alright, let's go with him. We're gonna assume that's him, not the monster.
There. I'll collect my things and we can leave.
Didn't even want to watch that. My L2 is getting a serious workout. Really? Straightforward? Straightforward and then to the right? Oh, to that right. Oh, of course, the way the creature came. Of course it did. Why would it be any different? Ah. That could have been embarrassing. Could have ended up dying in the lift because I didn't press the button. The alien does indeed have heightened senses. Alright, let's see what we see. Alright, I'm hearing a save point, so let's... This is a perfectly timed point for us to save. Whew. Alright. Let's go to our main menu. That was an experience. Excuse me. Sound of combat can summon the alien. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be like this ever-present threat moving forwards. So that was amazing. I'm so glad that this became part of the rotation for horror games, because that feeling of sustained dread in Cat and Mouse, like I've not gotten that in any other game. There's a different kind of tension in, like, say, Last of Us, where you have imperfect information about where your enemies are, but you're always waiting basically for that opportunity to start mayhem. You're always wanting to kill them, in most cases, to get through to where you're going. But in this, like, knowing that you can't kill the alien. Most of the time you can't kill the synthetics either. Like, you've got some tools you can use to maybe distract them for a while. It's a really different experience. And I love it. Like, man, is it grueling, but it's awesome. And I'm interested to see where this game is going too, because I've seen from other streams it looks like there are other things that it does, and there's got to be basically a break in tension with this whole feeling with the alien, because like that'll burn a body out. Like I'm drained after that. Just after constantly trying to avoid the thing, like doing the best I can to stay alive for that long. Whew, what a ride. Okay, so some quick housekeeping. I'm going to be streaming Fallout on Friday night, but past that point, I will not be streaming next week, because next week is Games Week, so I'm going to be tied up the whole week doing Games Week activities and doing R&R otherwise. So I'm going to be keeping sort of a low profile. I'll see if maybe I can do something Monday, but odds are looking low. But on the other side of Games Week, I'm going to be picking up horror streaming again, and I am going to be doing a full day stream. Well, starting from like midday my time, I'm going to be doing a stream of Call of Cthulhu, which is coming out on October 30th, just before Halloween. So I'm going to pop that in the schedule this week. So it'll be up there, so don't worry that I'm going to be disappearing. I feel terrible about leaving everything here for a week, but Games Week is the most hectic time of the year for the games industry, so it is what it is. But yeah, Call of Cthulhu, I'm going to be doing that through Halloween, which I'm really looking forward to. What a way to spend Halloween. Thank you so much for your company tonight. I had an absolute blast. Thank you for your patience with watching me die frequently. It was so much fun. It was great to talk about films as well, the Alien franchise, Blade Runner franchise, Ridley Scott's past triumphs. So I will see you Friday night, or at our next horror show. Be well.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and for live content, come join me on Twitch.